You are watching Middle East Television.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Lee. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I was just thinking about you and that lovely time we had at Luigi's last night.
Yes, it was nice, wasn't it?
It was. And when can we do it again?
Well, first things first.
Aha. The reason for the call. I'll bet you want to know if I'm going to hire Vicki Lang.
Yes, I do. Have you made a decision?
Well, not yet, but I promise to let you know just as soon as I've talked to Sebastian about it. As a matter of fact, are you going to be home this morning?
Well, yes, I expect to be.
Oh, good. Why don't I just drop by and give you my decision in person?
Miss Tally? Miss Tally, this is Russ Weaver. He's going to take you back to the examination room, okay? Dr. Martin will be in to see you in just a minute. You're looking a lot better.
Right through here, Miss Tally.
Hey, you gonna make it okay?
Yeah, we'll make it.
Well, 10 down, 1 to go.
Yeah.
Lucille, did Dave say when he'd be back from the hospital?
No, I don't know. Oh, you got to go testify in court.
Yes, for Miriam. I don't want to be late.
Well, he knows about it and he doesn't miss appointments.
Ben, we have got to talk. As I told you on the phone, splendid article, Ben.
Wasn't it? I thought so, too.
Can we talk somewhere private?
No, I'm afraid not. As I told you on the phone, we have a very busy morning.
I'm a busy man, too, and I don't need surprises like this. Now, we had an understanding that this whole episode about Nancy Lawson was to stay within the hospital.
I'm afraid that I'm the one you should be talking to, Lester. I gave that interview to the reporter without Ben knowing about it.
And I don't suppose it occurred to you to check with me first?
No, as a matter of fact, it didn't.
And you thought you'd have a chance to get back at Kingsley General for firing you, didn't you?
No.
Go easy on him, Lester. He didn't have any idea about our conversation.
Well, now, he's a close associate of yours. He'd worked with you. Why didn't you advise him?
Advise me about what?
Well, however noble or effective Ben's work in Nancy Lawson's case was, he was acting without a proper authority. He was acting in flagrant violation of a hospital restriction. Well, Ben was taken off the surgical staff months ago because of the paralysis of his hand.
Well, for crying out loud, Lester, doesn't that speak for itself? He had to act quick, otherwise Nancy may have died.
Oh, come on, Russ. As a one-time hospital administrator yourself, you must remember something about liability.
I think you're overreacting, Lester.
Oh, you seem to forget that I have to keep the best interests of the hospital at heart. Now, what you did just invites a lawsuit, and I don't want to see Kingsley General under attack.
I don't either.
Now, why did you make yourself vulnerable, Ben? Now, if this article attracts the right kind of, well, I should say the wrong kind of attention, then even this clinic here is threatened. Now, if Kingsley General cannot afford a major lawsuit, how in the world can you?
Well, besides lamenting what's already over with, what can we do, if anything?
What can we do? Well, if you could get Terry Davidson or some other relative to talk to Nancy, try to stave off legal action before it occurs.
I don't think so, Lester. You don't know Nancy very well.
I know that she'd make a great ambulance chaser if she ever wanted to try.
Exactly. And if somebody talks to her, they may just give her the idea for a lawsuit rather than prevent one.
So, today you get to go understand yourself, huh?
Yes, I do.
Well, you're much more calm for a change, and that's good.
Well, Harold and I already rehearsed his questions, so I'm not that worried about what he's going to ask me.
Well, what about the other lawyer?
Yeah, Dan Myers. Well, we've gone over what he's likely to ask me, but Harold admitted that he can't read his mind. So I'm just hoping that I can stay calm when Myers cross-examines me.
Oh, sweetheart, you will. You just wait and see. The Lord's gonna put those words right there in your mouth. In fact, I'm so sure you're gonna end up with Eric that I'm gonna remind you about that school week that's coming up. It's a new term, and it starts Monday.
Well, I know, Ione. I haven't forgotten about that, but I really thought that it was kind of pointless to enroll Eric in school until the judge decides where he'll be living.
Miriam, that's not right. Eric is with you, and you've got to act like he'll be staying with you. That's what faith is all about. Acting like something is going to come to pass before it actually does. Besides, by doing that, it'll show the judge that you're looking out for your child's welfare.
Well, that's a good point. So, okay, I'll do that, and it'll be very convenient. And it is a good school, I assume, right?
Well, it produced Gene, my son, the newsman.
Oh, yes, I own. But how long ago?
Well, it's a new building, but Mr. Johnson, the principal, is still there.
Well, if Mr. Johnson is still there, I mean, I guess that settles it, huh?
Oh, hello, sleepyhead. Now, how about some breakfast?
Yeah, good morning, sweetheart.
I don't want to go to school here. I want to go back to school in England.
Actually, I have a meeting in your neighborhood anyway, and I would very much like to see you, so why don't I come by?
Oh, fine. When can I expect you?
Oh, about 10?
Good. I'll have Rose prepare some apricot tea.
Sounds great. See you then. Bye. Sebastian? I need to talk to you about something.
What is it?
Kate wants me to do her a favor.
So?
As my campaign manager, what would you say if I put a white-collar criminal on staff at campaign headquarters?
I'd say it'd be political suicide.
I thought exactly the same thing yesterday when Kate first proposed it. But I got to thinking, and I think it'll work out to our advantage.
Oh, come on now. This campaign is getting down to the wire. I just don't need any more headaches right now.
Look, you know that Canterbury Complex scandal?
Yeah, it's still causing ripples in the newspaper every day.
Right, and the girl who forged that soil report and brought the building down is
Lang, something Lang.
Vicki Lang.
Vicki Lang.
Well, she's eligible for transfer to the County Rehabilitation Center, providing, of course, she can get a job, and that means a sponsor who will give her a job.
Lee, we don't have time to start trading somebody else.
Oh, wait a minute. Have you forgotten my public stand on criminal rehabilitation?
No. But I suggest that you let others do the hiring and you praise them loudly from a distance.
Action speaks louder than words, Sebastian.
Yeah, so I've heard. But what if this particular action is something that your constituents just don't want to hear about?
I don't think we're going to worry about that issue right now. You see, Kate believes that my credibility will take a big jump, and after all, credibility is what we're after.
Well, yeah, but...
And I do believe in criminal rehabilitation, don't I?
Bless your public posture, yeah, but why Vicki Lang of all people? I mean, if she'd robbed a pawn shop or something, maybe so, but she betrayed a position of public trust. Now, are you sure you want to be identified with that? You, a potential congressman?
But we don't have to be identified with it, don't you see? I mean, it's so simple. I believe that every person deserves a second chance. And with that risk that you pointed out, that only serves to reinforce my credibility. It could make good press.
Well, Kate may... I mean, you may have a good idea there. But it has to be played just right.
Oh, it will be played just right, because you're going to be in charge.
Oh.
You see, that'll be the perfect vehicle for spreading Lee Carruthers' political gospel, and we'll be in control of it.
All right. You're beginning to convince me. But not because of criminal rehabilitation. No, this may be just a thing to show Kate Phillips how valuable her input is to this campaign.
Right. And you know what? I am going to deliver the good news to her in person.
I know you miss your friends.
Of course you do, Eric. But you're going to meet a lot of nice boys and girls right here.
No, I want to go back to England.
Eric, no, listen to me, would you? You can't go back there. But all of your things are safe. They are, and they're going to be sent over here very soon. But, honey, you can't go back over there. There is nobody there to take care of you now.
No.
Well, then you're just going to have to start thinking of Kingsley as your home. Because, sweetheart, this is your home. I mean, after all, you were born here, and up to the age of 9, you lived here.
Well, if I have to live in Kingsley, I'm gonna go to my old school near Grandpa's house.
Eric, please, do we have-
Miriam, this, if I can interrupt for a second, I'd like to take Eric upstairs and get him ready to go over to Jean's. You know, it's almost time, sweetheart.
Yeah, go on with Ione, Eric.
Now, I want to hear all about your nice friends over there in England. You know, we want to get you started. We want to write some letters over there to your friends, you know, get you some nice stationery in the pen. I wonder how much postage it would take to send that.
Get out here! Come on, dude, get out here! Ugly dog. Gotta fight for your own paper for crying out loud. Which one of these things you want?
Well, you can read the competition all you want. I'll take the Chronicle any day.
I should get you to do a commercial for us. I think McGovern would love that.
Yes. I can tell the difference between the Times and the Chronicle, even blindfolded. The Times is soft, like bathroom tissue, while the Chronicle prints hard news. How's that?
On second thought, never mind. Look at this.
What?
It's an article on Ben Martin, exactly the kind of publicity he didn't need.
You mean about his rescuing Nancy Lawson?
Yep, surgery, the whole bit. I tell you, don't you just love it? Who wrote this thing anyway? Owen Carter. It figures. Listen to these adjectives. Impulsively, stubbornly.
Are they describing Ben?
Well, supposedly they're describing his courage, but the sad thing about this is what Ben did does make a good, genuine story, and I know McGovern's gonna be all on my case about it, too.
Well, why should he be on your case?
Because the article that I did is about as long as Owen Carter's headline. But I can't do that to Ben. I mean, I couldn't put him on a spot like that. I know McGovern wouldn't agree with it either.
Well, does McGovern even have to know?
Well, I can't keep it from him. He knows how close I am to the Davidsons and to Ben, too.
Now, it's gonna be all right. You'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Jimmy. Eric's coming over today. How does that suit you?
All right. Hey, when's he coming?
Any minute now. You two get along pretty good, don't you?
Yeah, I just hope he doesn't have to go back to England.
England? Well, honey's not going back to England.
Well, he said he was.
Jimmy.
I mean, he wants to go back to school there.
Son, that's just wishful thinking on his part. Now, he misses his father, and he probably associates his dad with England.
Right, don't worry, Jimmy. Whether he stays with his grandfather...
Listen, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Right, I know that's right, but I'm just saying whoever wins custody, Eric will be in the United States and probably going to school right here in Kingsley.
Yeah.
Well, I hope his mother wins. Because if Mr. Carpenter does, well, he might as well go back to England, because I know he won't let me see him anymore.
Well, I'm gonna go in and check on Mrs. Talley.
She's in room 3.
Thanks.
Hey, Ben, listen.
Yes?
I am really sorry about letting all that information out to that reporter. If I could take it back, I would.
No problem, Russ. Really.
No. You told me to sit on it, and I just got... stupid me, I got carried away, like I always do. I don't know, I just thought that I thought the publicity would be good for you, for the clinic.
Well, I guess I could have spelled out all the reasons for keeping it quiet. But to tell you the truth, I'm not really convinced it's as bad as Lester says.
Well, I hope it won't be. I mean, if there's anything that I can do...
If there is, I'll let you know. In the meantime, we'll just have to wait and see what develops, if anything.
Yeah. Well, what about Nancy? You think that, you think she'd sue?
I don't know, Russ. She certainly hasn't been squeamish about it in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is a whole different ballgame now. I mean, you saved her life, so...
Yeah, but people are very unpredictable. And in this case, if she, if she really was trying to, end her life, then what I did may not be appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I can see how she must have felt.
What do you mean? Are you talking about the nightmares?
No,
You still having them?
No. They're gone, fortunately. Mary Ann leaving, getting safely out of my life, it's made it a lot easier for me to get to sleep at night now. Hey, what happens if Lester's feelings are right and there is a lawsuit against you, this place?
Oh, it probably means that our funds will dry up and we'll be forced to shut down, that's all.
That's all, he says. Not to mention the fact that I'll be out of a job, and these patients won't have anybody to treat them for free.
Hey, Russ, believe me, you're no more guilty of anything than I am. if you were a little too enthusiastic in giving the Times an interview, I was a little too enthusiastic in treating Nancy. That's
I'll never
all.
buy that.
Well, everything's going to work out. Believe me. You'll see.
Yeah.
And if I lose my job, just who's going to make the car payments on that old clunker sitting out there?
Who cares?
Hey, Dad, can you hold the paper up? I want to read the ball scores.
Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, come on now. If you want to work up an appetite, why don't you go up to your room and make your bed? That'll keep you busy until noon. Breakfast ready? Well,
Hey there. Hey, Ma. Hey. Miriam, how you doing?
Well, fine.
Hey, Mom, can me and Eric go play some basketball to work up an appetite?
okay. But you're still gonna make that bed up, young man.
I'll be Dr. J and you can be Larry Bird.
Have fun, boys.
Now, you leave it to my son to find the shortest distance between work and play.
Oh, well, Carl, I am just glad to see Eric smiling. He was getting pretty upset earlier about going back to England.
England?
Yeah, he says he misses his friends and his bicycle.
Well, you know, that's typical of a young man his age.
Hey, Miriam, could you stay for a few minutes?
Oh, no, sorry, I wish I could, but we're on our way to court.
Oh, well, we just want you to know that we're really behind you in all of this stuff.
I just wish this whole thing would end soon.
I know what that's like. I remember when I was on the road and away from Jean and Jimmy for 2 years. I know what it's like being separated from your child. But I want you to know that I'm praying for you with all my heart, that you win what is your right.
You know, sweetheart, you're not the only one praying for her. I've got a whole army of friends down at my church that are coming before the Lord night and day for her and Eric.
I believe that I do, because otherwise I couldn't possibly be as calm as I am. And I want to thank you, I do, for looking after Eric for me.
Oh, darling, now that was a treat, not a service.
Jimmy had a great time with Eric. I'm going to tell you, almost to the point he's forgotten all about school starting pretty soon.
Well, that's good, but just the same, thank you for everything.
Oh, you're welcome.
Well, now, if we're going to go, we better get going now.
Yes, all right.
Miriam?
Yeah.
I want you to know that everything's going to be all right.
Yeah. Thanks.
Take care, Mary.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rose. Lovely.
You're welcome.
They say that you can measure a woman's love by her attention to details.
Well, that's true. Are you going to keep me in suspense, or may I ask what you've decided about Vicki Lang?
Of course you may ask.
Well,
Well, I talked it over with Sebastian. He had the same reservations that I did at first. You, of course, know that Vicki betrayed the public trust.
yes, go on.
You, my dear, framed a very persuasive argument. I passed it on to Sebastian. We both thought it over very thoroughly, and now we both agree that you're right, that I really must demonstrate to the voters out there that I practice what I preach.
Oh, does this mean that Vicki has a job?
Yes, and immediately.
I am delighted, and you won't regret it, Lee.
You know, you have never steered me wrong before, Kate. That's why I agreed, and that's why I need you so much.
I must tell Peter. He'll be ecstatic.
Hold it. Who's Peter?
Peter Davidson. He's the one who's been pulling for Vicki Lang.
Oh, so he came to you on this instead of Vicki herself.
Oh, Vicki doesn't know me at all. As a matter of fact, I hardly know Peter Davidson. If there ever were a real-life romantic novel, those two could write it.
Well, did they meet in prison?
I know he's a college student, but according to Vicki, he is her knight in shining armor.
So they carried on this relationship or love affair, whatever, while she was in prison.
He visited her every day.
You know, Kate Phillips, if I didn't know you better, I'd think you're being a bit wistful.
Well, isn't young love always an inspiration?
Yes. But mature love can be an inspiration, too, if it's with the right person.
Ooh, look at that scar.
Yeah, I think they do that for a beauty mark.
Yeah.
Hey, you went to Chesterfield Elementary?
Yeah, for a little while. While I was living with Grandma.
Did you like it?
It was all right, yeah.
That's where Mom wants me to go.
You'll like it. Hey, there's some neat kids there.
For you, maybe. But all my old friends live near Grandpa's house. I don't like Chesterfield.
Well, do you want to live with your grandfather?
I think so.
Well, why don't you ask your mother?
I already have, but they hate each other.
Well, I guess you're stuck.
I don't have to be.
What's that?
Stuck. I don't have to ask Mom's permission. I can just go.
Wait a minute, Eric. That might not be too cool.
Promise you won't tell anybody?
What?
I'm going to Grandpa's house.
You mean now? I mean, don't you want to stay and play some more?
No, I better leave before Mom gets back.
Don't go that way. My mother will see you from the bedroom.
Promise you won't tell anybody?
I don't like the idea, Eric.
Doesn't matter, just promise.
Okay, I promise.
Thanks.
Wait up. I'll walk to the park with you.
Okay.
Lee, I know what you're implying, but I'd prefer it if you didn't make that kind of reference to Dave and me. In fact, I'd prefer no references at all.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kate. You're wrong. I wasn't thinking about Dave. I wasn't even talking about Dave. I was talking about you and me.
Don't, Lee.
You know, I don't know how much longer you're going to keep fooling yourself, Kate. Surely these past days that we've been together have made you see how much I need you, how much you need me. You know, one of these mornings you're going to wake up and realize that we have everything to gain and nothing to lose, except a few bad memories we both like to forget. I love you, Kate. I know I can make you happy, happy in a way Dave never could, because